why you should consider getting an electric lawnmower. So, my name is Nathan Collins. I just purchased an electric lawnmower just this past week, mowed a very large lawn. I'll show you guys some pictures here, but I was really happy because my past experiences, which have been gas lawnmowers, where you have to make sure you get the right gas, maybe the right type of gas and oil, and then you have to prime it, you have to pull the string, you can't really leave your lawnmower. If you let go, you're going to have to turn it on real quick, or else you're going to have to go and pull the string all over again. I personally look at gas lawnmowers and I thought, ugh, it's just a headache. But that's because I didn't grow up around a bunch of mechanics or small engine specialist type people who knew the stuff and could teach it to me really well. Nonetheless, we're going to look at a few things today. So I've got the Dewalt website, or the Home Depot website with the Dewalt mower, which is what I ended up picking up. I'm going to give you guys some pros and cons of why I really like Dewalt versus some of the others. So, or why I ended up selecting it. So here's a picture of the lawnmower. I had this huge swath that I needed to mow. Over here I had a backyard that I needed to mow, and probably about a front yard that was probably about the same size of the backyard there. So just a massive amount of mowing that was required here. And it turned out looking really pretty nice. Here's the other swath that was just huge. So a lot of mowing that needed to be done. It took me about 3 hours, but I think it went really well. So here's what I like about the Dewalt mower. So first of all, with the Dewalt mower, if we look into it, the way that you set the wheels, they've got settings 1 through like 6. You're able to set the wheels that way. It seemed pretty simple and easy on the front and on the back. You have the battery compartment that you lift up, and you're able to slide 2 Dewalt batteries in there. And it's very important to buy the correct ones. If you're doing some short mowing, like let's say you're mowing for maybe 30 minutes or something like that, you can probably get away with just getting 2 of the 5 amp hour batteries. Or if you pay a little bit more, you're able to get it where you get 2 10 amp hour batteries. That's what I selected, which gives me a runtime of 75 minutes. And that's what I really needed for a project that takes me about 3 hours if I do it consistently. Where for me, I just take breaks and different things like that. But like for me, I was able to mow the entire backyard and a good amount of the side yard without needing to change batteries. But yeah, I took them out, went and charged them, and then came back and did the rest. What's nice is you're able to use different DeWalt batteries. So let's say if you've purchased other tools in the past. So like in this case, recently I purchased this DeWalt trimmer, and it comes with 1 5 amp hour battery. And what was nice, because I bought it locally, they had a special deal running where they gave me another 5 amp hour battery for free. That was really nice. So with that being said, I have 2 5 amp hour batteries. I was able to stick them into the mower, and I was able to get about 25 minutes of runtime, which was really helpful to finish off more of the yard while the others were charging. So it's helpful to have extra batteries if you can afford it, or if you can find a good deal where they aren't a ton extra. So what else I like about it? I haven't tried the bag yet. I watched a video online talking about, hey, you really should cut your grass at between like 3 and 4 inches long, and different things. And they said, hey, really, you don't need to bag it. You can. Now, because it's such a huge yard, bagging all of that and finding a place to dump it was going to be a lot. So I decided, hey, let's not for now. We're just going to do it normally. So that's what we did. When you get it with that 2 amp hour, and this is what it says here at the bottom, with 2 of those 10 amp hour batteries, you get up to 75 minutes of runtime. Now, one thing to note is if you do spend the extra $100 or $150 to get this lawnmower with self-propelled, it's going to cut your runtime down to about 60 minutes. And that's because the motors are also being used to help with that self-propel. I looked at that and said, hey, I'm young, I'm fine, this can count as a workout for me. I'm gonna just opt to not spend the extra $150 for the self-propelled, so then all that battery and all that juice goes straight to the blades. So that I thought was great. Let's see. One thing that's nice, this is just talking about charging, about how wide it mows, everything like that. One thing that's interesting is when you pull, you've got this easy push to start. So with that push to start, you push the button down and then you pull back your throttle, and you pull it back and it just starts up and you're good to go. You have the batteries in, you push it back, good to go. If the batteries are dead or dying, you will see an indicator light right here on the front, like right where you put the batteries in. Where you're standing, you're able to see this battery indicator, and it will flash red when you're running low on battery. So very nice that they have that right there. I might be able to show you guys a picture of it. Yeah, so if we zoom in here, we can see this battery indicator light right here, and that's real good. One thing with the throttle is the mower will change its amount of power output depending on the type of grass you're running over. So like if you're going through some thick grass, it will spin up the motors, or spin up the blade to be able to cut through the grass better, and it will slow it down if it's really not going over anything too severe. So that's really nice. Let's see. The way you can adjust these down is really nice because you can turn the handles and fold them, which allows you to stand it straight up, which is awesome. Store is so much better because currently 2 vehicles in the garage, in a 2-stall garage, don't have a ton of extra space. This actually fits really nicely in the garage. So I'm very happy about how it stores. Let's see. And there you go. The one item that you probably should pair with this type of device would be a weed eater. And unless you already have one, I would definitely look at getting the brushless brushless cordless string trimmer. This trimmer, with it being brushless, should last a lot longer. That's talking about the motors and how they operate. I utilize this and seem to work out pretty well for me. Going over some of the rough sections or some of the edges that really just couldn't get tackled by the mower. I think that it's a pretty good starting set. The only other thing that you could possibly add would be like a blower as well, to be like your, just beginning starter set for what you're wanting to do here. So there's different deals and options. If you look around, there's always local options that could be really good. I'll put a link down below where you guys can check it out over on Amazon. Sometimes they have some good deals over there as well. You just have to gotta look around and see what you like. But yeah, for me, as I worked on mowing this lawn and everything, I think that electric lawnmowers is definitely the future. It's something that doesn't take a huge amount of power, something where these batteries are readily available, and something where if you do it right, like you say you get a lawnmower and you get a trimmer, what's really nice is if you do it the right way, you should be able to have 2 chargers, and you can basically start your day, you're mowing with those 2 10 amp hour batteries. Then when those are used up, if you're doing a larger yard that requires that, you can switch those 10 out, and you can put them in the chargers. You can put the 2 5 amp hours in, and then you can go for another 25 minutes. And by that time, you could probably switch out and just continue mowing. Or feel free to take a break. You don't have to wear yourself out. Like, honestly, the reason why you have these charge times actually isn't that bad. It's like, well, no, I don't really want to go 100% pushing a lawnmower for 3 hours. Really, I'd much rather do an hour, take a break, do another hour, take a break, do another hour, take a break. And that's what something like the DeWalt mower can do. But yeah, there's other brands out there for sure. There's things like Ego. There are things like Green Works. Lots of different products out there. But see what works well for you. Like for me, I had a lot of DeWalt tools, but unfortunately not DeWalt, but a lot of Milwaukee tools, and Milwaukee does sell a lawnmower, but it's so expensive that I'm like, no, I'd rather just go the DeWalt route, and that'll work better for me. So you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful, and let me know what your thoughts are about what would you pick for a lawnmower, whether it's electric, gas, or what configuration do you have for your lawn setup. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.